Hi everyone, welcome to Sweet Pea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney and today we are going to learn how to do the coffee shop scarf. Now before I get into everything with this scarf, please making sure you look at the description box, which will give you the dimensions on how long and how wide the scarf is. Also, if you would like to use the yarn that I am using in this tutorial, I am using Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo Stripes in the color Latte. You will also see throughout this video that I will be doing a small swatch up until the point of before I started the tutorial, which will be at right before the ending. You're going to also need a 5.5 millimeter hook, along with a tapestry or darning needle, and then also, of course, a pair of scissors. Now there is two ways that you can start this scarf. You can either do the chain method and you will chain up 193, skip that first stitch, and then single crochet into those 192 stitches which are left, or you can follow along with me today and we will learn how to do the chainless method. To start off, you will need at least 70 inches worth of tailing, at least. If it's a little bit long, then that's fine, but you will need at least 70 inches worth of tail. We are doing the same number, 193 chainless, single crochet chainless foundation chains. I won't be doing as many as those because, like I stated earlier, I'm just doing a swatch. So after you get your 70 inches worth of tailing, we are going to start off with a regular slip knot. And you can do your slip knot however you would like. And after you get your slip knot, we are going to put that on our hook. And you don't want that too tight. But so now you should have your long tail, and then you should also have your string that is attached to your ball. So after you get your tail, we are going to take our string, our long tail, and we are going to wrap it over top of our hook, and then we are going to cross it into the back. So now you should have two loops on your hook. We are going to take the string that is attached to our ball. I'm going to pinch these two together, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops. So now you should only have one loop on your hook. And we are going to repeat that. So again, the string that is for your tail, you will wrap that over top of your hook, cross it to the back, and then with the string that is attached to our ball, we will yarn over and pull through both of them loops. So I will do that one more time. So taking the string that is your tail, wrapping it around the top of your hook and to the back. So you will cross over those previous stitches. That's what I found is the easiest way for me. And then you will yarn over and then pull through both of those loops. So that is the single crochet chainless foundation, and you will go ahead and do 193 of those. After you have your 193, if you did the chainless foundation method, we are going to skip that first stitch and we are going to single crochet into that first stitch. That is going to act as our chain one. Now, if you did the chain method with the single crochet into those chains, then you will just go ahead and chain one and then single crochet into that first stitch. So after you have your first single crochet, we are going to do a treble crochet into the next stitch, and then we are going to single crochet into the next. Treble into the next stitch, and then single crochet into the next. And we are going to just repeat that until we get to the end of our row. Your last stitch should be a single crochet, and then we are going to chain up one, and then we will single crochet in each of those stitches. So again, you should have 192 single crochets once you get to the end of what we will call the second round. And then I will meet you once I have finished. For row 3, you will chain up one. We are going to turn our work, and then we are going to place a treble crochet into that very first stitch. And then we are going to single crochet into the next stitch, treble crochet into the next, single crochet into the next stitch, and treble crochet. And we will just continue repeating that until you get to the end of row 3. You will leave off with a treble stitch for row 3. Now for the next 3 rows, we are going to chain 1 and single crochet into each of them stitches. So for the next 3 rows, which would be row 4, row 5, and row 6, just a single crochet into each of those stitches. So I will meet you once I get the next 3 rows completed. Once you have rows 4, 5, and 6 completed, when you go to turn your work, you will be now on the back side. So this is where we will go ahead and start on the center part of the scarf. And this is going to be a 2-row repeat. I will do these repeats with you for at least 2 times. That way you can kind of get a gist of what we're doing. And then once I give you the numbers of how many rows to repeat, I will meet you guys back to where I have left off in this pattern. So again, when you go to turn your work, you should be on the back side. You will go ahead and chain 1, turn your work, and we will go ahead and single crochet into that first stitch. So now the next stitch consists of a single crochet spike stitch. So we are going to go 2 rows down. So this first one where we would originally put the stitch at, that is going to count as 1. And then the opening below it, which is going to be the second row, that is where we are going to place our stitch. So there will be an opening that you can see. You might even be able to put your pinky through it depending on how loose you crochet. And that is where we are going to do a single crochet spike stitch. And you want this stitch to be a little bit looser because for the second row, you'll understand why, but also you don't want your scarf to buckle as well. So the next stitch, we will go ahead and do a single crochet, and you want to making sure you are not going into the single crochet where we have placed that single crochet spike stitch at. So you will go into the next one. And that is just what we are repeating for this round. So I ended up making almost like a column for to do this. So when we go to do the next spike stitch, you won't go underneath this regular single crochet. We are going to go into the next space and do a single crochet spike stitch. And then we are going to do another single crochet, just a regular single crochet, making sure it's not in the stitch that the spike stitch is overlapping, and then another single crochet spike stitch. So we are just going to repeat that until you get to the end of this row. Again, this is going to be the first row repeat, but after we get this completed, it'll be a little bit easier to know where you are placing your spike stitches. So I'm just going to finish up this row real quick, and then we will start on the second row repeat. And I am leaving off with a single crochet, and if you leave off with a spike stitch, it is perfectly fine. I'm going to make sure to see exactly what you guys should be leaving off on. You should have also left off with a single crochet as well, so you will chain one and then turn your work. So for the second row repeat, we are going to place a single crochet into the first 2 stitches, and you will see there is a V here and there's a V here where we done those spike stitches. There's legs within these V's, so we are going to go underneath that second leg of that first V or spike stitch, and then we are also going to go underneath that very first leg of that spike stitch or V shape, and we are going to connect those two with a single crochet. So now it should look like an upside down V, and then in the next stitch we are going to place a single crochet. We're going to go underneath that second leg from that V shape, and then we're going to go into the very first leg of the next V shape, and we're going to connect the two with a single crochet. In the next stitch we are just going to do a regular single crochet, and then we are going to go under that leg and then underneath the leg to that the next spike stitch and do a single crochet. Single crochet into the next stitch, and we are just going to repeat that until you get to the end of this row. So after you have the second row repeat, we are going to repeat row 1. So we are going to chain up 1 and turn our work. But instead of actually starting off with a single crochet, we are going to start off with a single crochet spike stitch. So we are going to go 2 rows below, and we are going to do a single crochet spike stitch. And then we will single crochet into the next stitch. You just want to be careful that you're not going into that very first single crochet that your spike stitch should be over top of. Now, it's going to be a little bit easier actually figuring out where you need to place that spike stitch, because when you flip it over to the top, your stitch, which I'll put my hook where exactly you need to place it, is going to be right below where the spikes are connecting. So we are going to just do a regular spike stitch and then a single crochet. Again, we are going to place our single crochet spike stitch, and you can also look 2 rows below. There's going to be a little bit of an opening, and then once you flip it to the front, you will be right below where those 2 spike stitches are connecting. So, and then you will just do a single crochet. So we are just going to continue doing that until we get to the end of this round, and then we will go ahead and repeat row 2. So you should have left off with a spike single crochet, just making sure you do still have 192 stitches left. So now we are going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we are going to do the second row repeat, and I'll go over that with you again. So after you get your chain 1, we are going to single crochet into that first stitch, And then we are going to go underneath this leg. That's the first spike stitch. And then we are going to go underneath the first leg to the second spike stitch and single crochet joining those two. And then we are going to single crochet into the next stitch, go underneath that last leg on the second one, and then grab that first one for the next spike stitch and just join those with a single crochet. Then we will single crochet into the next, and you will just continue repeating that. So you will continue repeating those 2 repeats until you have 6 of these connecting points. Once you can now count 6 of these little spike V's, we are going to do a reflection of what is down here. So we will go ahead and chain 1 and turn our work, and we will start off with a treble crochet into that first stitch, and then a single crochet, and then another treble crochet into the next stitch, and a single crochet, and we will repeat that until you get to the end of your row. After you've completed this row, you should leave off with a treble stitch. We are going to chain up 1, turn our work, and we are going to place a single crochet in each of those stitches until you get to the end of your row. And again, that is placing a single crochet until you get to the end of this row, and then I will meet you back around. We are now on the final row, so we will go ahead and chain up 1 and turn our work. And we are going to do the same thing pretty much with these alternative popcorn stitches. And instead of starting off with a treble crochet, we will start off with a single crochet, and then we will do a treble crochet in the next stitch, and then a single crochet, and then a treble crochet into the next stitch, and we'll just repeat that until you finish this row. And after this row, you can go ahead and finish off and weave in your ends. That is how you do the coffee shop scarf. Again, all of the dimensions and information will be down in the description box. If you enjoyed this tutorial and like to see more, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for all notifications, like or comment on this video, and I will see you guys next time.